Ma'am, should I start off with the introduction? Because Sushila asked me to introduce.
Yeah, we'll let you know when you have to come on.
Yeah.
I call the 38th meeting of Rotary year 23-24 of RCBC to order. This is 7:30 p.m. on Zoom. I welcome all the Rotarians here, and also I can see we have a prospective Rotarian also here. Mr. Girish, welcome to this meeting. And it's nice to see you here.
No, thank you very much for the welcome.
Yes. And also, though we will be having all the formalities, but Padmakshi, a warm welcome to you. And thank you so much for being here.
Good evening. Thank you.
Good evening. May we have 1 minute's silent invocation for the world peace, please? Thank you. May I now request Club Secretary Rotarian Suman to make her announcement? Suman, over to you.
Yeah, thanks, Gadvi. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Regarding the birthdays, we have one birthday in this week. This is our Wing Commander Savarwal. He celebrates his birthday on coming Saturday, that is March 23rd. Sabi, you're not here in this meeting. All of us wish you the very best. Coming to we don't have any wedding anniversaries in this week. Coming to the committee meetings, we have the vocational services that comes together on this coming Saturday again. And this meeting will be hosted by Manjula and Ramakant at the Koramangala Club. I also have one more announcement to make. Coming Monday, that is March 26th evening, we are having the special general body meeting. And the objective of this meeting is to get approval of certain projects. This is an important meeting, and I request all the members to please participate. This will be hosted online via Zoom. That's it from my side, Gayatri. Thank you.
Now I'd request Mr. Sri Kumar Narayan to introduce our this evening's host, Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh.
Good evening, everyone. This is Sri Kumar Narayan. I have great privilege in doing the honor of introducing Dr. Padmakshi. So primarily, there are two great powers. One is, as we all know, women hold within them the strength of 1,000 warriors, the wisdom of ancient sages, compassion of divine mothers, embodiment of Shakti, the eternal force that nurtures and empowers creation. The other important pillar is the mental health. As we see more and more importance, focus by all sectors, we seeing work-life balance in workplace, family, household, all parts of society, anxiety, depression, sleep disturbance. And India has a shortage of mental health professionals. As per the recent 3 days back, it's 0.7 per lakh. Versus we must have at least 3 mental health professionals for every lakh. So with that, the power, combining both the powers pillars, I introduced Dr. Padmakshi Lokesh. So doctor, clinical psychologist, an educationist, stress management specialist, and a personality development trainer with more than 15 years of experience. Her motto for life has been nothing ventured, nothing gained. Work experience, she's been the CEO of Smiles and Minds, CEO of SIM Events, Smart You, Director of Sneha Mano Vikasa Kendra, Secretary Sajal New Life Foundation, Annie Besson Convent Trust, Additional Secretary Global HRD Bangalore Chapter, Board Member of Women's India Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Health and Fitness Council Karnataka Chapter, External Committee Member, Anti-Sexual Harassment Cell, RR Institute of Technology and Vivekananda Institute, then subject matter specialist on many TV channels and programs. She has many awards and recognitions. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Award from Government of India, Ministry of HRD. Nada Prabhu Kempegowda Award 2018, Government of Karnataka. Sunpure Superwoman Award by Sunpure India. South Indian Women Achiever Award. One of the top 100 inspirational educators recognition in 2021. Iconic Women Changing Lives 2020 by Women Economic Forum. Women of Substance Award recognition from Harvard University Association, MIT. Outstanding Women Leader of Karnataka National Award. Future Women Leader Award. Vaidya Ratna by Karnataka Samskritika Academy. Women of Excellence Award. Young Women Achiever Award. Veera Vanitha Obawa Award. Chancha Shri Mahila Pratish. Future plans, she intends to extend operations globally, provide mental health services to most needed sections of society, promote talent in various fields. Her vision is to have a person with vision to give back to society. She's already done phenomenal work giving back to the society, and welcome her to this evening, sharing her thoughts. Thanks, madam. Welcome on.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for introducing our this evening speaker. She wears quite a few hats, I know that. So, Padmakshi, a warm welcome once again. And do you need screen sharing or anything? No? Okay, fine. So, over to you.
Thank you. Namaste. A very good evening to all of you here of Rotary Cantonment. A very senior club. I don't think you don't know anything. Trust me, in so many years, every type of topic has been addressed. Every type of unique speakers you all met. So I thank you for giving me an opportunity to address in your speaker meet. Thank you, the President, ma'am. And I also thank the club service director, madam, who spoke to me the other day. And after interacting with her, I came up with this title, The Woman in You. So happy Women's Day to all of you. You must be wondering, I can see most of the men here, and then what is this lady wishing all of us happy Women's Day? Happy Women's Day to all the women, and also happy Women's Day to all the wonderful men who have supported, been there with us to be whatever I am, you are, all the women are today. So it's almost now the ratio of women and men now is almost 50-50. It's almost. Before the ratios were really bad. The men are 70%, women is only 30%. That's how it was, and now it's increasing. Women's Day started during the times when actually women couldn't even vote. Women could not go out and work, or even if they worked, their pays were very low. Maybe then we all needed women empowerment. Trust me, now women are much more empowered, and then they are literally troubling people in such a way that maybe even the men also now are started fighting like, we need more of empowerment, please support us. So in this thing, I would like to start with that great sentence every man hears in his life. Mard ko dard nahi hota. So my question to everybody who says that, मर्द को कौन कहता है कि मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता? It happens. They've been constantly told since their childhood, like, you're not supposed to cry. Even if anything happens to you, you're not supposed to cry. If you cry, you're a woman. So basically, the crying concept was associated with a woman. Way long back when we were hunting for food, it wasn't categorized in such a way. A woman, matlab, she is soft. She cannot do the strong physical activity a man does because of a lot of physical changes she sees in herself. That is when it was told a woman is soft and things like that. You're going to be at home. And man is strong. He'll be hunting and getting food and all that stuff. it was fine till then. Now we are not even hunting anything, or our food comes pretty comfortably. And to also to the extent that it has been told you're not supposed to cry. If you cry, you belong to the weaker sections and things like that. Most of the people who attempt suicides are during their in their notes they have written, I don't have, I did not have, or I don't have anybody to connect with. I don't have anyone to talk to. I couldn't find anybody. Suddenly I felt this urge. So maybe that is the reason. Sir spoke extremely well before my introduction and all about mental health. So if I have to tell you, 8.5 lakh people across the globe have committed suicide. 8.5 lakh. And during Corona, it was around 4 to 5 lakh people who passed away. So we were like speaking so much about Corona. Even now also Corona scares us. But what about the other? What about mental health? It's actually now the second reason for death in the whole globe. Second reason. Primary reason is accidents. So to all the wonderful men sitting out there, hope you're hearing me. If yes, then please send a response saying yes. A good evening, a very good evening. Hearty welcome to all of you. Thanks a lot for listening. I told this together because gratitude is forgotten in this world. We forget to say thanks. And most of our Rotary programs you would have seen, we would have given a job of a vote of thanks to somebody, and they get onto the stage and half the 3/4, or in fact, even only 90% of the crowd is not there. So I would thank with a gratitude, because that is one of the major reason for us to have a positive mental health. You need to be thank you for including, basically, maybe not including, the first thing will be thanks to the universe, beginning from the universe. So I also
Use speaking phone.
hello, am I audible, madam?
Yeah.
I don't know, suddenly it got locked out.
Yes.
Hello, all of you. Again, hello again. I start with that. Maybe how many number of times of thanks? Maybe universe is telling me keep on thanking, keep on thanking. Maybe I'll do this in this way. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. Thanks for all your patient listening. Thanks to every individual, because I'm telling you so many thanks. Most of them do wonderful work. You're all the people, the great Rotarians who have this motto for life, service above self, and you do so much of activity. In that whole process, you're drained out physically, you're drained out mentally. And finally, there must be times when you have seen that many people wouldn't have said thanks. There are people who will tell, hello, I think something's really wrong. I'm back. Am I audible?
Yes. You can start from there where you left.
Yeah. So to every wonderful, great work we all do, there are people who comment, "Arey Rotary, they have to work, they have worked." That's the kind of attitude people have actually developed. So many people come to me and tell me, you know what, I do so much of service activities. I have done so much of work for the people who have not seen any help from anybody. Despite of all that, I somehow feel nobody appreciates me. I don't get any type of an appreciation. I'm not appreciated. I'm not thanked, when I want something, I don't get support system. This you must have seen in many places. So service, basically, we talk about it, service above self. So when we're working, let's not bother about the thanks which we get it or not. So I would like to tell you, the woman, if you're talking, discover the woman in you. The woman has a man too. So this is to all the wonderful men and the wonderful ladies out there. We all do so much of work to society. We do so much of work for our family. We do so much of work for in our professional places. There are times when people don't even tell you a thank you. There are times when you're so stressed out. There are times so much of hard work you put, and finally you realize, "Arey, mujhe to kuch bhi nahi mila." Somebody else took the credits and all that stuff. So these are primary reasons when I talk to people, this is they get into depression. So we're talking too much of depression today because that's been the number 2 reason. I've already mentioned that's been number 2 reason for death across the country, the first across the globe. The first one being trauma and accidents. So to all the people, I give you a list of symptoms. If you have minimum 3 to 4 of it, that means somewhere you're experiencing this symptom called the syndrome called burnout syndrome. Burnout syndrome means the next stage is depression. And if depression can be categorized in 3 stages, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. Stage 3 is where the patient has all these thoughts of suicides and all that stuff, and then they commit suicide. So depression is a precursor of suicides. So stage 1 is when they feel lonely, they don't feel helpless, they cannot even do anything. This is stage 1. It's a mild stage. Next is a moderate stage where they will be constantly having thoughts of crying. They keep crying for no reasons. They get irritated for no reasons, and they don't even have the individual doesn't even feel like concentrating on anything, or even if they're doing something, they're doing it with half mind. That's the moderate stage. The severe stage of depression is when individuals don't even feel like working anything. The self-care is completely reduced. They feel worthless, they feel helpless, they feel completely careless. They don't even feel there is somebody who's there around them. They don't even find somebody to talk to. They even find no one to connect with. And these are the kind of symptoms they're feeling it constantly, and for more than 3 to 4 weeks. Let me repeat that. More than 3 to 4 weeks. If at all you feel depressed, sad for a day or two, that is not depression. That is low moods. We call it low moods. But if at all you are feeling depressed for more than 3 to 4 weeks, that means you have depression. It is not something to be neglected. When you tell somebody, come on, you have depression, they'll say, you think I'm mad? It is not being called mad. It is a sense of feeling low. It is depression. It is a burnout syndrome where you feel helpless. You cannot even help yourself. Most of the times, the most strongest individual who consider themselves, I was the strongest, this never happened to me. These are the kind of symptoms they tell me. That means they're depressed. The symptoms go this way. You feel like crying without any reason. There'll be no reason. Example, you lost a 10 rupee note. You will feel sad maybe for a day. You would have lost 1 lakh, something for no reasons. We feel sad for quite a number of days. If you're constantly feeling sad for the same 1 lakh for more than 1 year, 2 years, something like that, that means you're overreacting to the situation. I don't say 1 lakh rupees is a small amount, but the way we react to the situation is very, very important. If you're feeling lonely for a long period of time, even despite of staying in your family, there are so many times people tell me, Doc, I'm sitting amidst my family, everybody is there in the same room, but I still feel lonely. I feel nobody is connecting with me and feel nobody is talking to me. That means you are also, that is also a symptom of depression. And there are times when you used to do wonderful work before, and now the same work doesn't give you happiness at all. That is the reason, that's called one of the reasons for burnout syndrome. Then next, your eating habits must have drastically reduced. You just eat for the heck of it. You're not even enjoying what you're eating. You just eat whatever it is. And there are other ways also where people do a lot of binge eating. They're like constantly eating. They feel, okay, by eating, I'll feel better. But the satiety center is not satisfied at all. And then just keep on eating and they put on a lot of weight. And then sleep. The most important thing, the sleep is completely disturbed. I'll come to sleep a little later because I have lots to talk about it. And then when the sleep is disturbed, that is also a major reason that yes, that's an alarming signal. So when your self-care is reduced, your food habits has a problem, and you cannot even sleep properly, you're constantly feeling lonely, and you're not able to concentrate on your work, and you're feeling helpless. I cannot even do any work. Your concentration is reduced. In your relationships, you have a problem. You're constantly fighting with somebody. It could be your wife, your children, or at workplace, or somebody else, somewhere else. Also, these are all signs of symptoms, signs of depression. Okay. So what if I have depression? I don't want to go to a doctor. There are so many people who say, I will take care of it myself. I am so powerful. I'm so strong. I'll take care. अरे इस छोटे छोटे चीजों के लिए डॉक्टर के पास क्यों जाना है? मैं पागल हूँ क्या? This is the first reaction I've seen most of the time when we tell people, come on, take help. I would like to tell all of you, I'm sure that everybody is very, very strong here in Rotary Cantonment. But I'm telling you all these things because so that you carry out this message to the world outside. You find anybody next to you, in your house or around you, in the club outside. You give this information and spread this information. Maybe we can prevent so many deaths due to suicides. There are times when you suddenly see, oh my God, this guy was right next to me yesterday. Wish I could have spoken to him today. He's no more. So these kind of things you would have felt so many times. I want to tell you a story of what happened one day. Here, this gentleman, one particular gentleman comes into my clinic. It was exactly 5 months ago. Very well educated. His age was around 45 to 46. He's done his master's MS from some university in America. He works for a very big MNC. A big MNC. So what do you say? His salary per month is around some 8 to 10 lakhs or something like that. He comes a very, very neatly dressed, handsome looking gentleman around 45 years. He came around 11:30 and then he's sitting in front of me in my clinic. I asked him what happened. There was absolute silence. And then again, I repeated my question. Just asked him what happened. He didn't even answer anything. So when I kept quiet because it'll take some time for him to come out of his problem. So he slowly started telling, Doc, please save me. A guy who's just got promoted after talking to him, I understood 15 days ago, he's got promoted as some senior director of something in the company, and his salary is also increased. He had booked a Mercedes Benz. It has got delivered some 8 days ago, something like that. He went to get his Benz home, and while coming on the way, there was a sound at the back. So he turned back and saw, and he realized the sound is not from the back of the seat; it's in the back of his body. So that means when the car had jumped on the that humps over, his spinal cord had got injured. That is the reason he had gone to the nearest orthopedic person. And then he saw that this person has a problem of the spinal cord. And then he told him, you need rest. And also, I want you to visit my friend, Dr. Padmakshi. So this guy said, who is she? So this friend of mine said, she's a clinical psychologist. And he says, why do I need a clinical psychologist? I'm not mad. So the doctor said, you just go meet her. He came to me after 10 days, and then he was sitting, and I asked him, what happened? Are you all okay? He says, the orthopedic doctor has told me to take rest for almost 3 months, ma'am. And he also told me to meet you. The first time when he told me that, I was like totally taken back. Why is he referring me to us as a clinical psychologist when I have hurt my spine? Then I slowly understood why after coming and meeting you. So then here his story is, he's around 45 years, I already told you. He's married to the love of his life, their childhood sweethearts, and they have 2 children. The elder daughter is doing her MBBS in Mumbai. The younger son is in 2nd PU. So he comes home and he tells his wife, now see, I've bought 4 tickets to Goa. Let's all go to Goa. Let's celebrate my promotion and things like that. But that's when he gives this tickets to his wife, and the wife gives him one more envelope, and that envelope had a divorce notice to him. So that's when she's also walking away out of the house because he can see a suitcase in the lady's hand. The son says, the dad, I just don't even want you because you were never there when I wanted you. And then you were a very bad dad. I just don't want you. And the wife says, I waited for you for quite some time. I waited almost, after my marriage, almost 20 years. I just waited for you. You did not have time for me. So I don't want you anymore. I'm just leaving you. That's the day he had decided he'll give more time to the family. He has now got promoted, so he has so much of extra time, and he wants to celebrate his life with his family. He calls up his daughter and he says, see this, I got promoted, but your mom is not understanding. She's leaving me and going. So the daughter says, Dad, even I don't want you because you were never there when the whole family wanted you. Even I don't want you. No, just don't call me and irritate me. That's when the daughter slammed the phone. So this man called his parents. He had never respected his parents. So the mother says, We were staying in your house for so many days together. You didn't even bother to give us your time. And now when you want somebody to take care of you, you're calling me. The mother said, I don't even want such a son, and she disconnected the call. So he had a faithful driver, and the maid was working for the house, his wife. So the wife says, I don't want to stay in this house because I don't want to be in the house where the mother is not there. The madam is not there. If you want, you serve this man. I am not going to stay in this house. She walks away. So this man is left out with nobody, just the driver and himself, and he has to take care of himself. He's been advised bed rest for almost 3 months because he has damaged his this thing, and the doctor has told him comfortably rest very well. So he says, Doc, please do something, correct my life. When every patient of mine says this to me, I feel very scared at some point of time. I'm like, Sara, horrible काम आप करो, अपना बदन को बर्बाद करो, मन को बर्बाद करो, बाद में हमसे आके पूछो, correct my life. How can anybody do that? So that's when I asked this man, tell me how I can help you. He says, I don't know. Whatever you want, you do. My friend told me you're one powerful doctor. Whatever it is, I just want you to help me and correct my life. He has reached a state where his family doesn't want him because his entire life he was just working. He never gave time for family. That's when the wife felt, my husband doesn't even support me, and she walked out. And the son walked out saying, for growth time, my father was not there with me. So daughter sits somewhere else and is like also not wanting the father. And now this man wants to celebrate his promotion with his family. So my dear Rotarians, we all want to celebrate our life with our family and friends. We will tell ourselves, I will do it one fine day. And that one fine day comes, maybe those people don't even want you because till then they waited for you to be with them. That's when most of the people get into depression and they say, मेरी जिंदगी भर मैंने इसको ये किया, मैंने जिंदगी भर उसको वो किया, but no, finally nobody is there when I want them. I request, a sincere request to all of you. I'm sure you all are working, you all are doing wonderful work. You're doing great service to humanity. Also give time for yourself, a time for yourself and a time for your family. So that when you want to celebrate your life, because life is everyday celebration, and those kind of celebrations will give happiness only when you celebrate with your family. You can go stand on the stage and take many awards and many people will clap for you. Maybe you'll be very, very happy, but your eyes will be looking for your own family members. Your ears is waiting for the claps of your own family members. We want to celebrate with our own people. And that is the time when our own people don't want us because we took them for granted the entire time. So when I say the woman in you is discovering the emotions in you. Always generally, women are told, Are she cries a lot. It's always a woman, matlab, the emotions within you. Please respect the emotions in you and react to the emotions in you. It is not that you're going to say, I don't have emotions, or big deal. Emotions, matlab, I am not going to cry and all that stuff. So the next time you feel like crying, cry it off. Cry your emotions out. Cry your irritabilities out and tell it to the right person. It is not that I'm going to control all my emotions. I'm going to control my anger. I'm going to control my pain and keep it to myself. I'll prove like a strong person. It doesn't work that way. You're feeling sad. Go tell it to the right person. Yes, this is what I'm feeling. That is what is very, very important. You're very happy. Go tell it to the right person. Celebrate your happiness every day and give the time to yourself. That is something most of them have forgotten. My time, it's okay, man. I just need to do something to the society, work for the family, do my work, and it's over. It is not that way. You have a life. Start living that life. You have that life. Discover the inner potential. Find out what gives you happiness. If you ask somebody, there are so many times I ask many people, what gives you happiness? They just sit back like, happiness, they cannot even answer those questions. They just don't even know what it is. So discover, find out what gives you happiness. We all think if I go in a big car, wearing the most expensive dress to the wonderful parties I should be invited, That will give me happiness. But trust me, you'll go in the great car, wear the beautiful suit, and go to the party, enjoy. You have a great fellowship, friendship. But happiness is when you come back to your house, just remove those costly dresses and wear your most cheapest dress. And trust me, the dress you wear at home is the most casual and the cheapest one. Your suit must be 25,000, but the top you wear at home must be 200 rupees. And you might wear a shorts or a pant or whatever it is, that must minimum 250, 500 rupees. You just wear it, wash your face, just throw your dress aside and comfortably sit on the ground or your favorite place, your couch, and keep that cup of coffee in your hand. And you're going to be like, my life is so beautiful. So happiness comes in the most cheapest things, but we are running behind the most costliest things. It's okay. I'm not telling you don't work, don't buy the most costly things, nothing like that. Please do that also. But also understand what gives you happiness. Do that also, very important. In a day, give yourself at least minimum 30 minutes. I'm sure you would have heard this in every YouTube reel, in every TV program, in every different people. That doesn't matter how many number of times you hear, but only what matters is how much did you follow. So I would request you all, maybe I would kindly request you, because I have a selfish desire here. I want to address 5 lakh people on mental health and reduce suicide rates by even 0.1%. I will feel that my life is worthy and successful. So I want you all to join hands with me, support me for this mission of mine. Before helping the world, help yourself. Before giving life to the world, please give happiness to yourself. Please give smile, get that smile on yourself. Many people say, Arey, it's okay. I have come to the world. I'll do the little work. I'll just go away. No, don't talk this way. You have a life. Choose to be happy. Who is telling you don't be happy? Is anybody stopping you from the back and touching you and saying, who the hell said you to not to be happy? Who are you to be happy? Nobody's told all these things. It is we have put a fence around our own self saying, no, life has to be like this. Life means I should not be always thinking about myself. Life means mine is like this. Life means what? I only need to do service. It is not that way. Serve yourself. Self-service is the best service. You need to be happy. You need to be wonderful. You need to be smiling to give something else. Give a smile to somebody else. But what do? Hey, Ray, man, I'm doing some service, man. Take it. If that's the thing, that's not the right thing at all. Keep smiling, whatever it is. If the kind of wonderful gentlemen and women I see on the screen here, trust me, you're really happy and wonderful people. But still, I have to keep on reminding you that yes, you also have a life to live. Your heart also is beating. Your brain, which has a lot of emotions, also need to be nurtured. Tell yourself, whatever it is, I will be happy. Whatever it is, life has to go on. When life will go on, irrespective of whatever situation, then why choose to be unhappy? You can choose to be happy. For being happy, you just need to follow 10 things. First one, spend 30 minutes of your time on yourself. Spending doesn't mean you take the phone and keep watching it. That is not spending time at all. That is just watching. That's kind of an addiction. So many people say, I keep watching the phone and spend time. No, that is an addiction. Spending 30 minutes is being away from distractions, being away from addictions. And this 20 minutes, 30 minutes for yourself. Read a book. Read a book which gives you happiness. Listen to that wonderful music. Keep silent. Be slow. Is Bagdad Bari Zindagi mein everybody is running. It's like running on a treadmill. Running and running and running. Running on a treadmill will not make you reach any destination. It's just that your energy is getting drained. It is what important you need to do is spend some time in silence. Spend some time in slowness. This is what is the main thing for you to be successfully happy. Just sit there. You will realize suddenly when you're not doing anything silently, or I will touch my phone, I'll see that, I'll see this. And please understand, even if you don't update anything on your social media for 10 days, nobody will ask you, are you alive or dead? The world is going to comment on you, even if you're alive. The world is going to comment on you, even if you're dead. So why bother about anybody's comments? Let's just keep living a life. If you live sadly, they'll say, ऐसे जिंदगी क्यों जी रहे हो? If somebody dies, ऐसे जिंदगी ऐसे क्यों मरना था? कुछ कैसे जी लेते? That's how easily the world speaks. Spend time with yourself in your solitude. in your slowness, in your silence. The 3 S, the 3 S, in your solitude, in your silence, in your slowness, spend time with yourself. That's when it gives you the strength to walk faster for the next 23.5 hours. That's very important. When you're doing this, please be away from all social media, be away from all Netflix, be away from all that. Read a book, or don't do anything. Just sit back, relax. You have a cup of coffee, drink whatever you like. When I say drink whatever you like, suddenly people will get into all sorts of thought process. You can drink water also. So I do not want to get into those things. Sit and relax. That's very important. Or I'm not telling you meditate. If I say meditate, it sounds very tough. You have to concentrate on your meditation. Arey, mujhse nahi hota hai. I cannot control my thoughts and all that stuff. Just don't do anything. Just sit down. Sitting peacefully in a place without doing anything itself is the most difficult task. People don't understand. Do that. One. Second, sleep. Now I'm coming with the next S for life. Sleep. Sleep peacefully. I'm telling you this because we'll all rest in peace one day. We'll all rest in peace one day. Before resting in peace, we need to live in peace. For living in peace, we need to sleep in peace. For sleeping in peace, we need to lead a more satisfied life. So simple. Sleep in peace. Sleep in peace, matlab, in your own house, in your own bed. That's very important. That's also very important. So sleeping in peace is 6 to 8 hours a day. What do people do? They go to the bed. Going to bed is not considering the time where you completely sleep off. When you sleep comfortably 6 to 8 hours a day. If you're not able to sleep within the first 20 minutes of going to bed, that means you have a sleep problem. If you get up in the middle of your sleep and find difficulty to go back sleep, maybe half an hour, 1 hour, I cannot sleep, 2 to 3 times in the night it happens, matlab you have a sleep problem. Or you sleep and then suddenly get up and you cannot even go back to sleep, that is also a sleep problem. Or the final sleep issue is you sleep to 6 hours, 7 hours a day, but you still feel, I want to go back to sleep, I want to sleep, you feel the irritability, you feel constantly getting irritated and all these things. That means you still have sleep problem. Your mental health is directly proportional to your amount of sleep you do. The sleep matlab comfortable sleep, happy sleep. And then be away from addictions during those time. What do people do? They sleep with the phones. Basically, log bolte logon ke saath so jao. So people are now sleeping with their phones. So probably please be away from that. Keep your phone away. Not even 1 arm distance per. It shouldn't be like, oh, there is sound, I'm going to watch it. It is nothing like that. At 2:30, 3:30, 4:30 also people are sending good night. Suddenly at 4:31 they'll say good morning. लोग कब से सोते पता ही नहीं चल रहा है. So there's no need for you to respond to such messages. So sleep comfortably away from addictions, and 30 minutes before sleeping, be away from your phones. 30 minutes before sleeping. Because when you're constantly watching your phone at this distance, your eye is in the most excited state of mind. That means it will not able to sleep comfortably. Switch off all the lights, dim your lights, and be away from the blue light which is emitting from the phone. That's the first reason for sleeplessness. That's the first reason for dark eye circles, and the first reason for your eyes feeling burning sensation and all those things. This is very, very important. And then if I say don't drink anything before going to sleep and all, most of them don't believe it, because for people, Rotary means fellowship. I understand Rotary means fellowship, but please understand where to draw the line. Any coffee, tea and all, please stop it before 8 o'clock if you're sleeping by 10. And then choose a place to go to sleep. It is not that one day you'll sleep in the hall, one day you'll sleep in the room and all that stuff. Every day, make sure you sleep in the same place. And every day, make sure you sleep on the same time. That's also extremely important. What happens? The brain gets disturbed. When like, where do I sleep? Please don't take work to the bed, because the brain gets confused. Am I supposed to work here or am I supposed to sleep here? So bed is totally meant for sleeping. Don't eat on the bed. Even the ritualistic purposes also, it is not acceptable. Sleep comfortably on your bed, and make sure your bed is very clean, the room is very clean, and then the environment is a little warm. And also Let it be with the dim lights, which will help you in sleeping. That's very important. Before sleeping, if you cannot sleep comfortably, do a technique of deep breathing. Just keep concentrate on your breathing, and slowly you will sleep comfortably. That's very important. So the next day you get up and you're still feeling irritated, you're still not feeling comfortable, means you have a sleep disorder. The 4 types of sleep complaints which you have, if at all you have it from quite a number of days, please visit your nearby doctor. If you visit your psychiatrist, it's even more better, because they'll be able to give you medicines. And if you feel, "Arey, my medicine le lunga, matlab I'll be getting addicted to it," it is nothing like that. They'll give you a dosage which is useful for your body, and then you'll be able to sleep comfortably. Once your sleep cycles get better, they'll slowly withdraw the medicine. That we have to understand very, very clearly. Then coming to the food, eat 3 times a day, 4 times a day, whatever you choose it. Eat balanced food. Try to reduce your outside food. I'm sure you all know that extremely well. I'm only doing the brushing job. I'm not trying to tell you something very new. You all know it, but somewhere down the lane, we have forgotten to follow it. So I'm just brushing your memory. Most important, when sir was drinking water, I suddenly remembered water also is very important for your mental health, because brain is all about water. So keep drinking a lot of water. When I say water, it is raw water, no mixing anything into it. Samajhdar ko ishara kafi hai. So you'll know it very, very well. Please drink water minimum 3 to 4 liters a day. Minimum 3 to 4 liters a day. Water is really essential. There are so many patients who come to me and say, "Doc, I'm feeling tired, I'm feeling restless," and things to that. And we go look back, they've not even had proper amount of water to the body. So it is not great stuff. It is just drinking water. If these things can give you happiness, please do it. And then sunshine. Please go around in the sun. In the early morning, sun rays is very good to the skin. Vitamin D will be synthesized. Vitamin D is a very essential vitamin to the body. Your body will be very healthy. When it's about water, you know it very well. It's all about sleep, you know it very well. It's all about food, you know it very well. Vitamin D, which comes from sun, is very, very important. And then now it comes, most important for your mental health is management of your emotions. How do you manage it? As I told you very well already, managing your emotions is absolutely in your hands. It is not that, "Oh, I want to be strong. I am a tough nut, you see. I cannot be cracked at all. So I'm not going to cry," and all that stuff. It is nothing like that. Please express your appropriate emotions to the right person in the right way. If you're very angry, if you're like, "No, I'm going to control it," and all, please don't do that. That's when you'll not be able to manage yourself very, very well. Express your emotions to the right person very, very correctly. If you're angry with your wife or with your husband, tell it to them in the right way. It's not yelling at them. If you're going to hit around them or beat around and keep shooting at them, then it's going to get into anger mode and fight mode and all that stuff. "I'm feeling sad for this behavior of yours. Please try to correct it." And if the opposite person has been years has not corrected it, it is just ignore it and start living with it. That's very important. Some people cannot be changed at all. So that's the whole thing. And then when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling very low, don't hide it. Please tell it to people around you. Tell it to your friends, and then go join self-help groups. I think the best of this is Rotary itself, because they are doing so much of service. You can tell it to your friends, and they'll try to help you very, very well. So when we're speaking so much across the globe about helping others, service about self, we will help them. We will create hope in the world. First, create hope for yourself. If you have to live by the theme of Rotary, creating hope in the world has to happen for yourself. You are crying so much from within and you want to help the world. That is not the right way at all. You're again spreading negative energy. Be away from negativity, be away from negative people, be away from negative thoughts, which is very important. Develop a lot of positivity, develop a lot of relaxation to yourself. I told you the half-an-hour rule, the solitude, silence by yourself away. This is very, very important. Be away from phones. When people come and tell me, "My grandchild is addicted to the phone," I feel very, it's quite funny, because the grandfather is also so stuck to the phone, glued to the phone. He's watching the phone like this and telling, "Take care of my grandson. He is addicted to the phone." Before complaining about your family people's phone addictions, just check with your phone addictions, whether you are de-addicted or something like that. So Let us start complaining. Let us stop complaining. Let us start communicating. That's when the success of beauty lies within us. The woman in you is the emotion in you, which has to be nurtured very well. You're a man or a woman. Nurture your emotions extremely well for your life to be very, very beautiful. With this, I would like to again thank all of you for the wonderful opportunity. You have anything to tell me, you can tell me. You want to talk to me in person, you can do that. The next time you feel you don't have anybody else in your life to speak, you just mark these dates. On a Monday, on a Thursday, on a Saturday, we will drink a cup of coffee together with Chitrana, means that's a vegetarian. These are my vegetarian days, and talk. And then if you feel you want to talk to me on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Friday, and a Sunday, we will have coffee and with biryani. So it's basically coffee, a common factor, and a biryani. We will talk, because I want you to all understand. If you feel you don't have anybody, I am giving you this offer. We are there. I am there to sit and talk to you, because life is very, very important. Don't take wrong steps. And somebody else also is talking to you like that. Please give your ears. What do? We'll start advising. Hey, you know what? It's not like this. You do that, man. You do this, man. Stop advising. Just be ears. Trust me, the best gift you can give to somebody. Just give your ears. It's not that you be like Surpadaka, cut it and give it to them. No, just open it this way. Just open it and sit down and keep shaking your head. Half of the problems are solved. But what do? We start giving advices. We ourselves don't know how to deal with our own problems. We give advice to the world. You know what? I am actually depressed, but that's okay. You do this. Come on, let's not do that. Let's not live a double standards life. Just listen. When you're listening, most of the problems of the world get solved, including yours too. So when you're listening, listen and keep your mouth shut. Lock it and throw the key away. What do? We come back and again bitch about them. That's when people will feel, I can't talk to anybody because my problems will be discussed with somebody else. So when you want someone to be ears, your ears also should be ears, but no mouth has to be opened. That's when most of the problems of the world can be solved. This is what I want to tell you. When the next time you want me to address anywhere, I am ready to come there. And then you want to talk to me, you can actually connect me on many of my social media handles. You want my telephone number, our President Gargi Madam will be able to share with you. So the next time you have any such problems, problem with sleeping, problem with eating, problem with talking to yourself, or you're talking too much to yourself, or you're not at all talking. So no talk, too much talk, no sleep, too much of eating, no eating, too much of people or no people, anything too much or no. Please talk to me. We'll try to solve it. Wishing you all a great and a bright future ahead. And then also a smiling life ahead. And when I say smiling, it's because life has to go on. It will go on. When it is anyway going to go on, why cry and push it? Keep smile and push it. It'll automatically go on very well. So keep smiling, because smile is that nectar. How much ever you use it, it is not going to get exhausted. Keep smiling. Whatever it is, just smile to somebody whom you don't even know. Trust me, it will come back to you in tenfolds. But what do? We don't smile. We grin at them. We comment about somebody. Don't do that at all, man. We are Rotarians. We are here born to serve. Service about self. So before serving others, serving ourselves is again a biggest service. Serve yourself better, serve the world better. The place will become a super place by only service. Before that, smile well. To whom? To yourself. Then smile at your world. So I'm somebody who believes in smiling at yourself. I'm insisting so much. I insist only on two things: silence, solitude, smile, and sleep. You have these four things, your life is going to be beautiful. The woman in you is extremely happy. The woman with you also will be very extremely happy. The woman in your house also will be very happy. I cannot comment about the woman outside your house. That is left to you, how you will take care of it. So whatever it is, keep smiling, let your life go on. I'm very happy talking to you. So thanks again, once again, for this wonderful opportunity. Next time, looking forward to meet you all. Please, if possible, ma'am, give me an opportunity to meet you all in your club. I would come definitely, because when we meet, we get dressed up very well, come out of the house, and then you meet people and then they smile. So many hormones in the brain. There are 4 hormones called happy hormones, which will get stimulated. It's endorphins. It's called dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin hormones. And whenever you try meeting people, your grandchildren, your wife, your family, hug them, because again, hormonal stimulation happen and it increases a lot of positivity and increases immunity. When I was telling this in a program, somebody said, "Oh, can I go and hug whomever I want?" That comes a disclaimer. I am not responsible if you're going to do all such things in public. Please hug your family, hug your friends, maybe your Rotary family friends too. For strangers and all, I'm not responsible. I'm not going to tell you, please do that at all. Or maybe with telling them beforehand, hopefully my hugging will give you happiness, and please don't tell this to somebody like that. Okay, you can still do it. Please do things which gives you happiness, but make sure don't do things which steals others' happiness too. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all for your patient listening, and looking forward to meet you all. Just forgive me if I've told anything harshly, if I've told anything wrong. I've not told anything wrong if I told anything harshly, because this girl is a little harsh, because I've faced so much of the harsh realities in my life. I don't get people who come and ask me, how are you? Nobody comes to me to invite me to their family marriages. Nobody comes to me to invite me to their parties, to their functions, or nobody comes to tell me, oh, my son is very successful in life. They only come to me when something goes wrong in their house. They only come to me when somebody has committed suicide or attempted suicide. They only come to me when the liver is damaged, brain is damaged, some amount of the body is damaged, and finally come and tell, please do something. So every time it scares me, because pura damage karo aap, and come and say, please do something to correct it, which is humanly impossible. And finally, if you're not ready to, if I cannot respond in the way they want, they say, this doctor is eccentric, she cannot do anything. Come to me before the things are damaged, and maybe we can correct it to get it better. When completely damaged stuff, trust me, I cannot correct it at all. Not only me, anybody. So also call me to ask how I am. Also invite me for your functions. I'll also be extremely happy. Yes, to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, yeah, Padmakshi, I'm sure people will be having a lot of questions.
Please.
Let's see if we can take one or two, probably. Okay. So may I ask
Thank
any
you, sir.
of our
Chivde, sir, thank you so much. Keep clapping
He's the
also,
one
because that will increase the
clapping
blood
most.
circulation.
Right. Oh, good, good. Rekha is also there. So together they're listening to you. I'm sure it will have some impact. Anybody else has got any question, which probably in a nutshell sort of Padmakshi can say, or you can let me know. I can share her number. If you want to connect with her for anything, you can do that. At the moment, do you have anybody has got any query, any question?
And a small request from my side. If possible, I request all of them to switch on their cameras, because after 2 minutes, we are going to be history. This whole program is going to become a history. So please click a picture. In any case, we would have met in the meeting hall. We would have clicked hundreds of pictures. At least on an online, one picture will be really doing very well. I request all of you to kindly switch on the cameras, so that let me see who are the beautiful, handsome people here. Ma'am, please click the picture and please send it to me.
Yes, I'll definitely do that. And let me see. Let them all.
They'll do it. Please,
camera.
whoever is not sleeping behind the camera, switch on the cameras and face the light.
Right.
Shivde sir, you and ma'am has to
on
come
the
a little
camera.
closer.
We have got one speaker who is not going to accept the fact that she's talking to all the screens only.
Yeah. There are children who come and say, you spoke, I slept off. I don't know whether to take it as a compliment or a comment at all. So let me just see. All of you are there. If the husband wife are sitting, please come closer. This is the time to feel your magic moment together. So your display on the screen is better.
We can make it a window kind of a thing and take a picture. Can we do that, Suman?
If they have to have logged in through a laptop.
Yeah.
Just do a gallery view of everybody, and then you can take
madam, hello, how are you?
Hi.
Maybe you can take screenshots.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
make sure I am there, okay?
We'll
I want
the
the picture.
view. We'll go to the gallery. 1 minute. Yeah. Everyone, please. This is one speaker who's not let it go like that, okay?
Yeah. If I would have come to your club, I wouldn't have gone without minimum 20 pictures.
Okay. Ready, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank
Chaitra,
you.
can we have you, please? Please switch on your video. Yes,
Yes, thank you.
right. So I hope I've got everybody. Right. Okay. So I guess at this point of time, nobody has got any question to ask.
It's
Padmakshi.
time to question their own selves. Why am I like this? And change it. If you ask me, I've given you the answers already.
Right. Okay. May I now request Rotarian Narayan to give the vote of thanks, please? Narayan, unmute yourself. Yep.
Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I'm saying bandwidth. So yeah, I think Dr. Padmakshi very good, insight into all the things you said, and some of the things you said, right? I mean, like sleep time, etc. And the one which I would say correlates, right? If you look at animals or like pet owners, probably like us, will correlate, right? So in my case, my dogs, once it is their sleeping time, they are going to go and sleep, right? So if it is 10, whatever is their time, they go and sleep. So that's kind of a good example, I feel, right? Then how animals' body clock work, and somewhere I think as humans we have kind of manipulated our body clocks, and that's why people kind of have the sleeping disorders and other things. So I guess a lot of insights, that you have given, and really appreciate your time. I'm sure there might have been a lot of questions for people here, but maybe paucity of time has prevented that. But again, thanks a lot, and hopefully we'll have more in-person interaction going forward.
Okay, thank you so much. Once again, I'll say, for coming and talking to us. And definitely, I'm sure we'll be probably have some session with some more kind of a formatted program, and we can do something. And Shushila, do you have anything to say? You to unmute,
Thank you
Shushila.
very much. There's a lot of, even though many of these things are things that we should know, I think it's wonderful that we had these reminders, Dr. Padmakshi. I think very, very concise and nice way of giving us. Thank you so much.
Thank you. For this, I have to say a sentence. We are all gold. Gold cannot shine by itself. There should be a goldsmith like me, commonly, constantly keep on polishing maybe once in number of days, saying, hey, you are gold, you need to shine. Probably that's the thing I have to do. So surprisingly, generally, I don't get any calls at all. Today, like crazily, I'm getting so many calls. This is life. So when you want it, you don't get it. You get it when you don't want it. Or maybe when that happens to you, you don't want it. We have to understand what I want, what I don't want is something. The whole life is understanding about the priority. Sir mentioned about the dogs. Wonderful. But we humans, we call our higher cognitive function, which is developed very well. We discard the beauty of sleep. It's like, okay, I will not sleep today. I'll watch 2 movies. What great are you achieving? That's what I want to tell people. I will go meet my friend. I will not watch today. Night out karenge. When do it, definitely no problem. To some extent, talk to them and sleep off. People are also equally important. Sabse zyada important is sleep. That's the biggest, bestest friend. If you have to ask me, I have done more than my experience of understanding concept of sleep for almost more than 16 years. Every person comes and says, I'm unable to sleep. There was a guy from IIT who came and asked me, Doc, make me sleep. I'm like, dude, do you understand English properly? Put me to sleep is a very wrong word. Do you better understand that? He's like, okay, then make me sleep. Okay, what were you doing for past 3 days? He could not sleep, it seems. He says, for past 3 days, I'm Googling how to sleep. It's a Googling, he would have slept off. Trust me, he would have had a better life. So maybe we are all trying to see everything on social media. Stop it, man.
Okay, right.
Yeah, learn those things.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much for coming to our meeting and speaking to us. And I adjourn the meeting. Thank you for our prospective Rotarians for joining. I hope you have found something very interesting here. Okay. And yes.
Thank you so much once again. Sleep in your own houses. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yes, thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night.